Have you ever felt like a faint shadow, always present but easily forgotten? Have you ever wondered why you are always the one to take the initiative, the one who waits, the one ready to sacrifice? Yet in the end, all you receive is indifference and apathy. If the answer is yes, then perhaps you've unknowingly allowed yourself to become an option rather than a priority in someone else's eyes. Imagine life as a lavish buffet where each of us is a dish. There are dishes that are beautifully presented, with an irresistible aroma that diners cannot resist. And then there are those dishes placed in a hidden corner, plain and dull, only chosen when nothing else looks more appealing. Which dish do you want to be in the buffet of life? Being a priority doesn't mean being selfish or forcing others to put you first. It means recognizing your own worth, learning to love and value yourself, and from that radiating positive energy that attracts people who truly appreciate you. It's when you no longer have to strain to please everyone, no longer need to fight for a place in someone's life, because you know that somewhere there are people ready to welcome you with open arms, who cherish your presence and see you as something precious. This video will take you on a journey of self-discovery, helping you realize your hidden potential, overcome psychological barriers, and build the best version of yourself. You will learn how to love yourself, set healthy boundaries, and attract positive relationships where you are appreciated and loved the right way. Before starting with the first lesson, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it will be a huge motivation for us to produce quality videos for our audience. Don't miss any lessons, because you might regret missing the chance to be the main character, shine brightly, and always be the #1 priority. Number 1. Signs that you are not a priority. Are you in a relationship clouded by doubt and insecurity, where one person is constantly putting in the effort while the other seems indifferent and distant? Are you wondering if you truly matter to your partner? Let's take a look at the signs that may indicate you are not their priority. Time spent with you is always secondary. Work, friends, family, personal hobbies, everything seems to be prioritized over you. Dates get canceled at the last minute, missed calls go unanswered, and messages are left forgotten for hours. No matter how busy someone is, if they truly care, they will find a way to make time for you, even if it's just a few minutes. Superficial communication, lack of connection. Do you feel like you're monologuing in your own relationship? They listen passively, don't genuinely engage with what you share, and rarely take the initiative to ask about your life. The emotional connection seems like a distant gap. No sharing in important decisions. They make important life decisions without consulting you, and you're always the last to know. This shows that they don't consider you a significant part of their life. Which you are always the one to initiate. You are the one who texts first, calls first, and makes plans for dates. They remain passive, waiting, rarely taking the initiative to show interest or nurture the relationship. If you recognize these signs in your relationship, it may be time to seriously reflect and make a decision for yourself. Number 2. Stop initiating contact. The less we care about others, the more they care about us. Arthur Schopenhauer. Schopenhauer's words serve as a profound wake-up call, urging us to reflect on how we are building and nurturing our relationships. Are we being overly proactive, too enthusiastic, to the point of losing ourselves in relationships where we are merely an option, a backup plan? Life is too short to constantly chase after those who don't appreciate our presence. Every time we reach out, hold on, and hope, we are met with indifference, apathy, and sometimes even disdain. We keep giving without receiving anything in return, only accumulating more hurt and disappointment. Choosing to stop initiating contact is not an act of selfishness, nor is it a childish expression of resentment. It is a courageous turning point, a bold declaration of self-respect and self-love. It's a moment to bravely let go of the invisible ties binding you to distorted, toxic relationships, freeing your heart and mind for better things. When you stop being the one to reach out, you allow the other person to recognize your true value, to understand that your presence is not something to be taken for granted. They will begin to wonder why you've become silent, why you no longer care as you once did. Your silence will compel them to reflect on the relationship and perhaps to value you more. At the same time, by not initiating contact, you give yourself the time and space to listen to your own heart, to view the relationship more objectively. You will gain a clearer understanding of your own emotions, desires, and needs, empowering you to make wiser decisions for your life. Don't waste your time and energy on those who see you merely as an option, a backup plan. Love yourself enough to open up to the better things awaiting you ahead. Number 3. Create a sense of scarcity. Have you ever felt like an item always available on the shelf, just waiting for others to pick you? You give so much that people forget your true worth. If the answer is yes, then it's time for a change. It's time to create a sense of scarcity around yourself. Imagine yourself as a precious diamond. Diamonds are sought after because they are rare, they sparkle, and they make people desire them. Yet here you are, a beautiful diamond, letting yourself be buried among ordinary stones. But creating a sense of scarcity doesn't mean becoming arrogant or aloof. It's about respecting yourself, knowing your limits, and only giving your energy to those who truly deserve it. But don't make yourself the backup that's always available when others need you. Learn to say no to unreasonable demands, toxic relationships, and things that drain you. And spend time on yourself, pursue your passions, develop new skills, and do things that make you happy. When you love yourself, shine with positive energy, and are no longer easily available, people will start to recognize your value. They'll treasure each moment with you and will work harder to keep you around. Remember, you deserve to be loved, cherished, and you can be something unique, something priceless. Leave a comment saying, "Love yourself," to remind yourself of the journey toward a better you and that you're excited about lesson 4. Number 4, love yourself. We often find it easy to give love to others, forgetting that we too deserve to be loved and cherished. We strive to perfect ourselves, sacrificing for others with the hope of being reciprocated. But then, those efforts become meaningless when we realize that we're merely a choice, a backup option in their hearts. Remember, you are an independent individual with unique values that no one else can replace. Don't let anyone make you feel small or insignificant. You deserve a complete love, where you are appreciated, cherished, and loved unconditionally. Loving yourself is the first step to creating value for yourself. Take time to care for yourself, both physically and mentally. Nurture your passions, explore your hidden potential, and keep learning to grow. When you're confident in your own worth, you'll attract those who truly deserve you, those who appreciate you for who you are. Walking away from an unhealthy relationship is never easy, but trust me, it's the best decision to free yourself from hurt and sorrow. Don't fear loneliness, because when you love yourself fully, you'll realize that there are still many beautiful things in this world waiting for you. I heard a saying somewhere in this world there's someone right for you waiting, but if you're beautiful, there will be 10 of them. Be brave enough to step out of your comfort zone, shine brightly, and live a radiant life. You deserve happiness, you deserve true love, where you are always the #1 priority. Number 5, the law of symmetry. A golden rule in love and relationships, the rule of symmetry. Simply put, this rule means if you're not receiving the attention you deserve, walk away. You deserve more than that. Remember, a healthy relationship requires balance, where both people actively nurture and contribute. True love is a resonance, a flame kindled from both sides. If only one person is putting in the effort, that flame will eventually die out. Never lower your value by accepting the bare minimum someone offers. You deserve to be loved, valued, and cared for. Don't turn yourself into someone who chases and begs for affection. Be a confident person who loves themselves and has their own standards. If they don't text, don't be the one to text first. If they don't call, don't make the first call. If they don't take the initiative to make plans, don't rush to do it yourself. Give them the space and time to recognize your worth. When you step back, one of two things will happen. First, they'll realize your absence and start putting in more effort. In this case, you'll know if they genuinely care and want to build this relationship. Second, they won't do anything. This means they don't value you, and this relationship isn't worth your time and effort. Be strong, move forward, and seek someone who deserves you more. Don't fear being alone and don't fear losing someone. Believe that when you love yourself and set standards, you'll attract the right people, those who appreciate you and are ready to build a happy relationship with you. Number 6. Ready to give up. Some relationships are like a cracked glass. You can try to fix it, glue the broken pieces back together, but the cracks remain, always reminding you of past wounds. And then one day the glass will shatter completely, causing you even more pain. In life, we often hold on to things that don't belong to us. Faded relationships, fragile hopes. We fear change, fear loneliness, fear facing the empty spaces in our hearts. But sometimes letting go is the way to free yourself, to open doors to brighter opportunities. Being ready to let go of those who only see you as an option is not a weakness. It's a sign of courage and self-respect. You deserve to be loved, to be cherished, to be a priority. Don't waste your time and energy on those who fail to see your value. Remember, life is a journey, and on this journey, people will come and go. Some will walk with you to the end, while others are the whirlwinds passing by. The important thing is to accept this truth, to learn to let go of what doesn't belong to you, and to continue moving forward on your own path. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, what troubles people is not events but their view of them. How you perceive things will determine your feelings and actions. Instead of suffering because you're treated as an option, see it as an opportunity to reflect on yourself, to reassess your relationships, and to focus on those who truly love and value you. Have the courage to let go of what no longer fits, to make space for better things to come into your life. Remember, you deserve to be happy,